How's everybody doing? Good, good. Fire away.
Hey Matt, Xavier, pre-release is going to be so important for him. How much is that on you as coaches, and how much is that on him to just be able to do it?
Yeah, it's a good mix for both of us to be able to make sure that he has to understand at this level, teams try to do everything they can to knock you off your timing. Timing's so critical and important. But then we as coaches, I think that's some of the fun part is for us to be able to find creative ways for guys, whoever it is, to be able to get free releases, and especially a guy like him that has all that speed. So it'll be critical making sure that there's a balance between both of us.
What have you thought of him the last week?
He's done great. He's really, every day just grow a little bit. I think it's important for myself to make sure that he understands that this is not going to be a race to the finish line in a week or two. Like, this is something that's going to happen over time. I've used some experiences that I've been in before with younger players that I've been able to be with for several years, and been using that as examples to him of, hey, listen, in time, be patient. Don't get frustrated. It's going to be good for you in the end as long as you can step back and see the big picture. His attitude's been phenomenal. We knew the person, and the kid is great. You know, he's got a great attitude. So just putting it all together now and you know, taking it and running with it.
Coach, the last week and a half you've used Generic as a second back. Just
Yeah.
how ready do you feel like he is for that role?
Well, we'll see. I think he's, as far as him being here now with us a couple years, it's important for him to know that he's going to get opportunities, which is what the preseason is all about. When you get out there, you get opportunity, what are you going to do with it? He's in that spot right now. So he's worked hard to get to that point. Protection is going to be critical. We saw last year when he came into here what he was able to do in the pass game, 7-on-7, OTAs. Now we got to step it up. More than anything, mentally, where are you at? Can you be able to know that we're going to be able to trust you in protections and then making your assignments work?
And last year, you know, penalties were obviously one of the issues on offense. We had a lot of penalties, especially the offensive line. But how do you feel like, in retrospect, that did kind of hamper things last year? And
How do you think what? I'm sorry.
How do you feel like the penalties hampered things last year on the offense? And how have you seen the improvement, especially with Jawan and some of the technique advances that he's made?
Right. So it was something where, for us, we knew that there was the issue with JT with some of the false starts and the alignments, and it became a big deal. Penalties that you have set you back. So you're looking at 2nd and long, you're looking at 1st and long, you're looking at creating a first down on 3rd down or a big play in the red zone, and now all of a sudden you got to reset and do it again. Our guys are aware of that, but we don't, I think, going into a new season, it is just that, it's a new season, and we make sure that we focus in and lock in on the fundamentals of being smart and staying away from penalties. But they're going to happen, but it can't be repetitive like they were last year. We got to stay away from that, and if we do that, we stay positive with the yards, we think we can be pretty good on offense.
Have you seen improvement from Jawan as far as his changing technique this year?
What's that?
Have you seen an improvement
Yeah,
from Jawan?
yeah, I think so. I think there's been a good improvement for him with, you're not seeing it right now. Now we'll see when we get in the game, but he's probably locked in a little bit himself as well and making sure that we don't get into that pattern of the false starts. But he's done great with it, and I think in general, now today we did some backed up situational stuff, and so it's emphasizing the cadence backed up.
What do you think so far, what you've seen at left tackle? You know Juan a little bit more, but now you're a couple weeks into this with Kingsley.
So far, it's a healthy competition. I think the guys have had great attitudes. Again, I'm going to keep going back to that word opportunity. We next several weeks here, they're going to get opportunities to prove who should be that guy at left tackle.
What puts you over the edge to win the job, and what is the quality, I guess, you're looking for?
It's incremental. It's not one play. So if a guy goes out and has a great play in a protection or in the run game, he's got to do that over and over again. Consistency. So if you can be consistent with doing what we're looking for, what Coach Heck and Corey Matei are teaching, what Coach Reed wants schematically, if you can do that consistently, it's never going to be perfect. They're both young, and we understand that. And I think we're all lucky and fortunate that we have a quarterback in Patrick that has a phenomenal pocket awareness, especially at left tackle on your blind side.
What's it been like finally having Xavier and Rice and Hollywood out there at the same time? And how, I know it's early, how does this year's receiving corps maybe, how is it different than the previous years?
Yeah, it's something for us where we're very optimistic in the fact of knowing that you got a lot of speed out there. You got guys that really haven't worked together yet. So being able to put those three guys together in unison, schematically, learning how to win versus man, having a great feel and learning how to get open for Pat in zone. Kelsey's phenomenal at that versus zone. So how they get to watch Kelsey in zone. So it's important that the three of those guys get together and we can just kind of move them around like different pieces to the puzzle. And then they got to make plays. And I think the one thing that you see from all three of those guys is they got phenomenal tracking ability of the ball when it's in the air.
Let's go two more. Go ahead.
Having Clyde back in practice for the last 2 days, can you maybe speak about that? And then can you also just speak about who he is as a person and how grateful you are to have him back?
Clyde's been great. I really enjoy Clyde, having him around. He's a veteran. He's somebody that just has a calming presence to being back there. We talk about with Deneric Prince as a younger guy coming in, learning protections. Clyde has all the protections down. He knows the timing of screens. He knows his patience in the hole as a running back. And then as a person, he's just a special human being. He has a great balance of on the field and off the field, and I think it shows, and it shows with his teammates and his coaches.
Matt, I know you guys do your homework on draft picks like Xavier, free agents like Hollywood, but does anything surprise you just getting around them every day?
I wouldn't say anything surprises me, but the biggest thing is probably just their ability to push through tough times. These training camps with Coach Reed are tough, and those guys know it. They've heard it, and they've been able to stay consistent when they're tired. Don't feel sorry for yourself. We got to get to the next play. When you're out there, if you have a drop, don't drop the next one, but be positive. And Pat does a phenomenal job at doing that. We as coaches want to extend that, but really proud of him.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you.